Welcome back. Today we're going to be starting the previews for every single Euro Championship group in 2024. Today we're starting with Group A. How we're going to work it today is we're going to go over Group A. We're going to discuss each team individually, what their kind of strengths and weaknesses are, what their goals are going to be for the tournament, what would be a bad tournament, a good tournament for them, and what kind of key players they have, and really what would be an achievement for them within this tournament. And at the end of it all, we're going to make a combined 11. I've seen a couple of YouTubers do this. One YouTuber in particular, I'll link him down below. I forget his name right now. He does a combined 11 of all four teams. And what you do is you can only use 3 players from each team maximum. So it should come out to 3, 3, 3, and then 2 from one team. But without further ado, let's start with Germany. Germany coming to this tournament ranked 16th. They've had a little bit of a fall from grace. Nagelsmann is looking to hopefully reclaim some of the German glory. Ever since Lowe has left them, they've not done too well. And it's pretty crazy to think, because just in recent memory, like, they were winning World Cups. They were one of the most dominant forces in world football. They were an absolute machine. So to see them ranked down at 16th, I'm sure they're not too happy with that. They come into it playing Scotland in their first match. They should beat Scotland fairly easily. I should see hopefully a 3-0 to 2-0 win for them there. Then they'll go into against Hungary, and again, should be another smooth victory for them as well. So they should start off the tournament with 6 points, giving them kind of freedom to either draw against the Swiss or, again, beat the Swiss. They just don't want to be able to lose a match here, because ideally their goal would be to win the group. A bad tournament for them to start off would not be winning the group. Even if they finish second place, it would not be a good tournament for them. So winning the group is most important for them. I do see them doing that. They do have a couple key players in Ta and Rudiger, who will really help them on the defensive end, and will really strengthen up that. In front of them, they'll most likely have Toni Kroos in his last ever international tournament for the Germans, who will be spraying the ball all around. And youngsters up front like Florian Wirtz and Jamal Musiala will be the focal points for the attack for this German side going forward. They'll also have other players like Leroy Sané and other attacking prowess players. They have left players like Timo Werner at home, which makes sense. You know, he can't hit a barn door. So I do see the Germans progressing out of this group fairly easily and moving forward into the knockout stage. Anything short of a semifinal, I would be viewed as a mediocre tournament for them. A disappointing tournament would be not getting out of the round of 16, for example. But if they do win their group into the round of 16, they'll play the second place team from Group C, which most likely be Denmark or Serbia. So they should have a fairly easy matchup in the first knockout stage. But if we move forward and we start talking about Switzerland, the second highest ranked team in this group, they're ranked 19th in the world right now going into the tournament, and they're managed by Yakin. And the Swiss often do show up pretty well in the Euro Championships. They beat France last year in the Euros. They played Spain pretty tightly in the Euros, so they do make a good run. They have a great spine this year with Jan Sommer and net, who is absolutely fantastic. Fabian Schär just in front of him, being a very strong center back. Granit Xhaka, who is the engine in the midfield for Bayer Leverkusen's almost unbeaten season. And then up front, they'll have Okafor or Brel Mbolo. I personally love Brel Mbolo. Every time I've watched him play, I've always gone and bought his FIFA card on either not FC24, but, on FIFA 20 and all that type of thing. So I really enjoy their play style. They're a very strong and well-organized team. You'll look to see them kind of move down the middle versus moving on the wings, with that strike force of Okafor and Mbolo up front. Mbolo can really strike the ball, so I wouldn't be surprised to see too many long shots from this team as well. A good tournament for them is obviously winning the group. That'd be fantastic. Ideally, second place. They don't really want to be risking it at third place, especially with teams like Hungary and Scotland in this group, who are 2 lower ranked teams for this tournament. They should want to get second place. If they do get second place, they should have a favorable matchup. I mean, they'll get a first place team, but if they do get second place, they'll be able to at least make a round of 16. The goal for them would be to progress from that round of 16, maybe making another upset. Maybe it's France again. I don't think there's a possibility of it being France, but you never know. And then progressing into the quarterfinals. And I think the quarterfinals would be a fantastic tournament for them overall. A good tournament is obviously a good showing in the round of 16. And again, a fantastic tournament would be them winning the group overall. Then we can talk about Hungary, which is the 3rd highest rated team in this group. They start off with Switzerland, which is the key match of this group. Whoever wins this matchup is most likely going to get second place. If Hungary wins, they'll get second place. They'll have 3 points, because Switzerland will have to beat Scotland and have to draw or beat the Germans to look at second place or first place from that. So that'll be a big important game for the Hungarians to either win or draw. They do not want to get 0 points from that. Then obviously the Hungarians will most likely go and lose to Germany in the second matchup. And then the third matchup will be the key matchup for third place if they do lose that first matchup against Scotland, where if they beat Scotland, guaranteed third place or second place. But if they lose to Scotland, guaranteed to finish bottom of the group here. A good tournament for them, finishing second place. A okay tournament for them, finishing that third place spot. A horrible tournament, obviously getting knocked out in the group stage. If they do progress to the knockout stage, you would look to see hopefully they can win the round of 16 matchup. I can't see that happening, so I would just say a good tournament for them is progressing out of the group stage. They're managed by Rossi, who's an Italian manager, and they have good players like Sabazalai, who plays in the Premier League. He's been very good this season, kind of inconsistent, but still pretty decent. Their goalkeeper, Gulikassi, I believe is how you say his name, plays for RB Leipzig. He's always solid for RB Leipzig, always solid for Hungary. So look for him to be playing pretty well and have a good, solid base for the team to build off from. And then they'll have Varga up front, who scored 20 goals in the Hungarian top flight this year. He'll be their goal-scoring threat, and they'll be looking for him to kind of carry them over the line. The last team in this group is obviously Scotland. Starting off with Germany, most likely a loss. Their key matchups will be the Swiss game in the second matchup. I think that will define their entire tournament. If they win that matchup, I can almost guarantee they'll get second place within this group. They'll beat Switzerland, and then they'll go either tie Hungary or beat Hungary, and then they'll get second place, which would be fantastic for them. They're ranked 39th in the world, by far the lowest ranked team in this group. Lowest ranked by 13 places as well, so can't be looking for too much there. They're managed by Clark, but they'll have to rely on players like McGinn, Robertson, McTominay to offer some class for the team going forward and to allow them to try to win some matchups. McTominay can play up front as well, like he has for Manchester United this season. So I would like to see him do that. But if I was a Scotland fan, I would be really hoping that you can have him in the midfield. They can have a strong midfield base, progress that way, put some balls in the box, get some heads on the balls, and score the ball that way. They've got to beat Switzerland. If they do not beat Switzerland, I do not see them progressing out of the group stage. So a good tournament for them is finishing second or third and progressing out of the group stage. A horrible tournament is them finishing third or fourth and getting knocked out of the group stage. And that's kind of how I see this group playing out. So as a prediction, in Group A, I have Germany at 1 with Musiala and Wirtz kind of leading the way for them and a strong defense. I have the Swiss finishing second with Jan Sommer, Schär, and Xhaka providing a very dominant spine for them. In third place, I'm going to put the Scottish there, having McGinn and McTominay and Robertson. They'll just offer a little bit more class than the Hungarians can offer. And crashing out of this group will be Hungary. But again, I could be wrong. Hungary could progress and shock the world here, and I would love to see them do it. But now let's move forward and let's talk about a combined 11. Let's see this group combining. And again, just for the rules, only 3 players from each team maximum. I will link the YouTuber who came up with this idea in the description, just in case you want to look at his videos. And the formation we'll be using is a 4-3-3. For every single group we'll be doing this for, it will be a 4-3-3. Just makes it the easiest way. So 4 defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 attackers, obviously 1 goalkeeper. So without further ado, my Group A combined 11. In net, we have Jan Sommer. At right back, we have Kieran Tierney. At the center backs, we have Schär and Rudiger. At the left back position, we have Andy Robertson. I think this defense is very versatile. It has a Swiss player, it has a Scottish player, and it has a German player. And then moving into the midfield, our first centre mid will be Sabazalai, followed up by Granit Xhaka, and our final centre mid will be McTominay. Again, we have a Hungarian, a Swiss, and a Scottish player, making a nice kind of flowing group there. I think this would be a very strong midfield. I'd love to see that on an actual team. And then our strikers and our forwards today will be Wirtz on the left side, Varga down the middle, and Leroy Sané on the right side. I do think you need to have more Germans in this side, obviously. If you could pick starting them using any players you want, I think it'd be all Germany, maybe Sabazalai, maybe Schär, maybe Robertson get into the team. But that's my combined 11 for Group A. Let me know if you enjoyed my preview. Let me know if you liked my predictions. If you didn't, also let me know that as well. And I'll see you in the next one.